What you're watching is the ultimate destruction machine in Minecraft. For the past 3 days, I haven't touched a single blade of grass. All I've been doing is designing this flying TNT cannon, otherwise known as a tunnel bore. This isn't any regular tunnel bore, however. It is an extremely fast 9-tick tunnel bore, launching TNT twice every second. What's special about 9 ticks is it's not only fast, it's the fastest possible speed any tunnel bore can operate at. But how does this machine work? How does it achieve its blazing fast speed? Today, I'm going to break down the elaborate machinery behind this tunnel bore, the design challenges I faced along the way, as well as why no other tunnel bore could physically be faster than this one. In the end, I'll also explain why the speed of this tunnel bore actually makes it worse at mining diamonds. You see, it all started when I loaded up this tunnel bore I downloaded a few years ago. This was a 4-module 9-tick tunnel bore made by Oxen, and as soon as I saw it, I had to take it for a spin. Oh my days. What? Dude, I have to build that, was what I thought when I first tried it. Like most redstone projects, I would always start by replicating an exemplar build block for block and slowly adjust it until it became my own design. Alright, so here's my little replica here, and it does not work. Bro, what? Yep. Doesn't work. It just flies off to nowhere. Even though my replica didn't work, the process of building it had taught me a lot of redstone mechanics that was crucial for the build. In order to make this tunnel bore, we need a series of slime bouncers, which is why we have this. Whenever you have this setup, the sticky piston will push up and down every time it is updated. This will also happen when the entire setup is pushed by another piston. There are multiple advantages to using this design. Not only does it circumvent the need for observers, but this redstone block serves a multi-purpose role. By placing another sticky piston above it, we can directly activate the top bouncer using this redstone block. Now, just copy the module 4 times, and you have a working slime bouncer. To complete this tunnel bore, you may think you can just attach a flying machine behind the whole thing and be done. But if you do this, the machine will blow up. The reason being is that the bottom platform moves forwards at the same time the TNT approaches it. This can create unpredictability with the TNT's behavior, where it will sometimes hit the wall before the platform moves forwards, and other times miss it entirely. To fix this, there needs to be an extra 3 ticks of delay between duplication and the platform moving forwards. In other words, we need exactly 1 piston movement's worth of delay. To do this, we can add a piston chain that pushes the slime bouncers separately. The observers and piston chains create delay when stacked against each other, and now the TNT will be launched perfectly every single time. At this stage, the tunnel bore is basically done. By the way guys, if you want to get the God bore for yourself, it is on my Patreon for a one-time purchase of just $3, or you could subscribe for $9 and get a tutorial on how to build the God bore, and you'll be able to download everything else I post in the future as well. So yeah, definitely go check out my Patreon, guys. Even though I consider this build to be a wild success, it still has one critical flaw. While it can perfectly drill through air, drill through netherrack, and even forests, it has a hard time drilling through stone, and the machine would have a chance of spontaneously blowing up, which is a sentence you never want to hear. Ever. This is because when drilling, the TNT is not guaranteed to destroy every single block on the left side wall. The problem lies in this honey block, as it can sometimes stick to blocks on this wall. This becomes a major problem when the honey block accumulates a lot of blocks. eventually stopping the slime bouncers, resulting in a catastrophic explosion. Fixing this problem seems pretty easy, right? Replace this honey block elsewhere. Well, it's not exactly that simple. If I switch the honey block and sticky piston around, that seems to have solved the problem, except now this sticky piston has no way of being powered. We can compensate by shifting the redstone block outwards, but that just creates another problem. Now the slime blocks are sticking to the wall, which is not what we want. We can rule out every combination of placements which moves this sticky piston. The only two options left is to place the honey block either above or beside the sticky piston, both of which require a chain of slime to wrap around the back in order to carry the slime bouncer. This may seem like a promising solution, but the extra slime interferes with the module behind it, causing an explosion. At this point, I had tried every possible combination of honey blocks and none of them worked. But if you know a solution which avoids honey blocks in this line, please describe it in the comments right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. There were two other solutions which didn't involve replacing this honey block. The first option is to attach another piston to the end of this machine, which reduces the load on the previous piston. Since the TNT has a chance of clearing blocks on the wall, any accumulation of blocks on this front piston should be destroyed eventually. And if this solution didn't work, the second option is I could strip off this middle lane here, making the tunnel bore one block thinner. I decided to go with the first option. I'm calling it the pinky finger, cause it kind of looks like a pinky finger. Let's get it. We have a massive tunnel and we're gonna test to see if this works. Let's try it. Okay, it's working, it's working. Oh no. Unfortunately, the blocks accumulated by the pinky had connected with the rest of the Minecraft world, rendering this piston completely immovable. Even though the pinky finger had drastically improved Godbore's runtime, it still didn't provide a permanent fix. The last possible solution is to make the tunnel bore one block skinnier. This will shift the honey blocks away from the wall, completely solving the issue. This design also saves a whopping 8 slime blocks, a massive bonus for a guy like me who vehemently hates slime farms. It also looks kinda cooler in my opinion. Despite its immediate ups, however, making the tunnel bore one block thinner presents its own set of problems. When TNT duplicates, it has a slight variance in velocity and position, a random factor that's impossible to control. Making the tunnel bore one block thinner means having blocks right next to the line of TNT traversal. This is a problem because one stray TNT could clip onto a block next to this line, causing an explosion. One way to fix this is to block the TNT from straying left by using a wall. After all, if the TNT can pass this wall, then it should be able to pass all future walls it encounters. But to make sure this wall is actually doing something, we need to run a few tests. Well, I mean, it's not leaking, so far so good. It's not a 7. That shows that the piston's working. If the piston didn't work, oh. And this is what happens when I get rid of the wall.
他们没做是吗？他们没来得及说。那让他们两个来说吧，因为
It didn't even last 5 seconds. Throughout testing, the God Boar ran extremely smoothly, but had a crazily rare chance of a TNT clip. Doing this again in a cave, you can see the TNT hits the redstone block next to the line of TNT traversal. But now comes the incredible question: how? How could the TNT have clipped onto the redstone block despite passing the wall?
The only explanation is that it's just in the block. As it spawns, it's already clipped into this stair block and this terracotta block. And as soon as it leaves, then it hits the block, then it hits this redstone block. And it stops it in its track, right? It moves out. The slime block moves out. But get this terracotta block pushes it back. Now you'd think that this would solve all the problems, right? It pushed it back there. But no, somehow it gets pushed, right? But it's just clipped into the slime block and it just glitches in it. And this terracotta block pushes it again forwards. It's just getting clipped into every single block and then it goes down.
Now we are back at exactly what we had in the beginning, a machine that almost works but has a chance of blowing up randomly. We had went through every possible solution and a lot more solutions off camera, and none of them, absolutely none of them, worked. At this point, you may argue, Vinelux, chillax, it basically works. It can fly, it can drill netherrack, abolish forests, what more can you ask it for? To which I'd say, maybe you're right. Maybe I should just call it quits here.
So, piston goes here, pushes that, and stone, observer. Oh my god, let's go. Dude, oh my days.
I had done it. Somehow, I had actually found a solution to the original honey problem. Congrats if you had guessed the solution in the comments before I showed it to you. This whole time, I had restricted myself into just 2 options. Never once did I think of placing the honey blocks behind the sticky piston. So yeah, that's it. The fastest tunnel borer in Minecraft. But before we go, we need to answer one more question. Why is it so bad at mining diamonds?
Okay, so behind me is a bunch of diamonds, and in front of me is the God Boar V7. So we're gonna see how many diamonds this God Boar can mine. Alright, let's go. Let me get rid of it. Alright. Let's see. Alright, and we can turn on hitboxes so that we can see the items more clearer. Okay, so let's see. So right away, we can clearly see a problem here. The diamonds, like, they're being mined, but they're just disappearing each time we mine them. But nah, it's fine. Let's just keep mining, and we'll see how many diamonds we can get. Okay, we've reached the end, and let's see how many diamonds we got. We got 1 diamond right there, and apart from that, no, that is the only diamond we were able to mine. So out of this massive block of diamond, we successfully mined only 1 diamond. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear why this tunnel borer is not practical at all for survival Minecraft. Simply because, like, this tunnel borer is so fast, the TNT literally blows up all the items before they even fall to the ground. Like, that's just how fast this tunnel borer is. I feel like this is not even like a good thing for mining anyways, because you're not even gonna get any resources. Like, all the stone everything's just gonna get blown up. Now, of course, you do have all the diamonds on the walls and stuff exposed, but like I feel like that like is just significantly less than like the raw volume. Like, cause this right here, this is like surface area, and the area we're drilling, that's like volume. So I feel like volume is like x cubed, but surface area is only like x squared. So like you're gonna lose a significant amount of diamonds from drilling through this. So in short, is it cool? Absolutely yes. But is it practical for like a survival Minecraft world? Absolutely yes.